Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Hello. I got some guests with me today. I even got one over in the corner. Say hello. All right, we all here. So how are y'all doing? It's Friday, y'all. We made it. Another week, right? Another 5 days of work. It's a lot of stuff going on, right? Out there in the world, in America. But we're on here tonight, and I got my guests. Y'all see Larice and Jonathan and Julian. But we on here. We got some exciting news, and we are starting our own business called Life's Needs Services, and we will be offering commercial and residential cleaning, as well as we will be offering CPR courses. We have Julian is actually an instructor, so we will be offering that. And we have some specials with that. So if it's you and you have 9 other friends, give us a call and let us know. We can do groups of 10. We have our own mannequins and everything. So we're prepared to do that. Also, we'll still be doing our shirts. So anybody that needs any shirts, we're still doing that. And so that's what we're up to. We are official. We have a tax ID, a license, insurance, and bonded. So we're ready to go. If anybody needs us, you know, them government jobs that pay good take special things. But yeah, so that's what we've been doing. Anybody want to say anything? So we're starting our business because you know, we want to be able to leave something for our children and our grandchildren and their children and, you know, so forth and so on. I think that that is important, to leave something that's sustainable, not something that's just quick or can go away. So, you know, Jonathan is the, the estimator and yeah, you know, he really deal with all that stuff, you know, make the appointments, talk to the people. We offer free estimates on any cleaning that you may would like, or any services. So there are free estimates, so don't hesitate to call us. The number is
904-454-1176.
So again, the number is
904-454-1176.
okay. He's the numbers guy, and then we also can be reached at Life's Needs Services at gmail.com. So if you want to reach out to us, we would appreciate it. And oh, and we also have a Facebook page. You can actually find it on my page here, but it is also Life's Needs Services. So you can find us there as well. So go like our page and see what we have going on. Jonah said like the page. And also go and like my page, Real Life Talk with April. And also go and subscribe on my YouTube page. Right? If you subscribe, I get a check. Yeah. But we're really excited to be able to work together. Most people that know us know that we're a pretty close family. Like, we sit and eat meals together on a regular basis. We still eat dinner together. And we're just real close. So it's really kind of fun to work together. It's kind of fun to see Jonathan in action, because we actually officially started working this week, you know, and we gave some estimates and got some jobs and things. So but it's really nice to see him work, you know. So yeah, we're having a good time. Jonah loves it. He's happy. He's our mascot. We're gonna put pictures of him on everything. Wouldn't you want to see him? Yes, he's growing right on up. Anybody got anything else?
Thank you for your support in advance.
And hope on doing business. Hope on doing business.
And it's not just CPR. Julian also teaches BLS and first aid. So he's an instructor. So for all our medical people out there.
We do it all.
I just ride around and talk to people, y'all. That's all I got. That's my job description, talk to people. Yeah.
We didn't assign it to your family, so.
Well, y'all know how I am, so yeah, I did assign it myself. I gave myself a job I could not get fired from, right? Y'all know I ain't worked since 2011. Who gonna hire me? And y'all know I don't work weekends. No, ma'am, sir, or children. No weekends. So, Julian's the HR guy, so who's gonna fire me?
I fired you twice already.
He did not fire me. I quit, but then I realized the unemployment held up, so I decided to go back to work. These are some hostile conditions. Sometimes. Y'all believe it? Larice is our design person. So when you see our cards and our flyers and stuff, because they're coming, she did all that work. She's our design and marketing person. So something going on with the computer. Julian want the thing, y'all. That's what I always have it on. There's no comments. What are you doing? Y'all. Ain't nobody said nothing, Bob. Y'all. See this? He trying to help me. But I think I figured that part out, but we'll see. But y'all have been watching, y'all know I've been able to communicate better and answer your questions, so I think we figured it out. Oh. Yeah, hello. Yeah, he said hi and it came out. But y'all gonna be seeing more from us. Oh, hey, summer girl. But I just wanted to come on here tonight. Y'all know I told you I had some guests was coming on Friday. And here I like to deliver what I say. Just surprise guests. Hey, Kyra.
Hey, Kyra.
Kyra on here, Bob. Kyra, did you hear us about our business that we launched this week? And I'll send you the deets. But but they're all gonna get out of here momentarily. They may stagger out, they may all leave. I don't know what they're gonna do, but they are, we're all here together. Y'all know Julian out the door already. So let me talk to y'all. I done put a few things in my notes, right? Because I'm trying to be a little more organized and less scattered, right? When I'm talking. And that is, y'all know I don't really I like organized chaos. That is me in a nutshell, organized chaos. I don't really like it all over the place, right? So anyway, there's a few things I wanted to talk about. One is thank God. And whoever else y'all want to say thank you to, thank God that the salons and all of our personal care people will be opening up. They are going to open up Monday, people. Monday, they will be open. So I suggest, this is my suggestion, if you want to go out. Now, if you don't want to go out, guess what? You don't got to go out. That's on you. But if you want to go out, like my beard, I need a little help. So you want to go out, then check with the rules. I've seen some of my acquaintances that own salons and different things. Some of my friends, I've seen them posting like rules, right? Hey, I see them posting rules for like their salon. Like if your mask is mandatory, if they're going to give you a mask. A lot of them aren't allowing you to bring other people with you, just the client, just yourself. No kids, just those type of things. But I encourage you to reach out to them to find out what their rules are. It may be listed on their page or some other things. Who knows? Exactly what all will be there, but they'll let y'all know. But I know I'm not the only one in need of personal services. Okay, I'm going to see the lady cut my hair, Miss Ron. Y'all know Veronica, the chop queen. But I need to go see her and get my hair cut and a couple of other things. And the boy is going to be going to see Rodney. So, also, y'all, look, this is going to be a very touchy situation, conversation, but y'all know me. I'm going to have it. Now, about this morning, I don't know how many of y'all listen to Steve Harvey, right? But this morning, he was talking at the end of his shows. He does a sort of closeout. But one of the comments he made was he wanted people, right, white people, to look at Black people like they look at different things, like maybe things that cause them to, like he said, what if it's something with fur, right, or something else, because they take such strong stands against those things. And he was talking about influential people, so like it being a big deal in Hollywood and those people beginning to talk about it. But he said, the thing he said at the end was to look at him like a polar bear. And I thought about, I've been thinking about that. And you know what? I don't understand why we can't just look at people, right? I don't understand. And I did not say you don't see color, because there are a plethora of color in the world, right? The thing is that, what brought all of this on is what happened in Brunswick, Georgia, with the young man that would have been 26 years old today, Mr. Arbery. I'm probably saying that wrong, but he would have been 26 today. But you know what happened today on his birthday? Instead of his family celebrating him, what happened on today is 2 men that murdered him were denied bail. That's what should have happened. But the thing is, this occurred. I know the video just hit everywhere, but the shooting actually occurred on February 23rd. So on February 23rd, a Black man was shot for running and killed while running. And nobody even knew anything about it, really? It wasn't even really in the media until the video surfaced. I'm just saying, what that's the problem. Part of it anyway. That's part of the problem. And we as minorities, right, or as Black people, I'm not a Black people. I'm yes, he was jogging, not actually running, but jogging. But how was this not talked about before now? Internationally, globally. How? Now, I was aware of it because I have some friends in Georgia who were on it when it happened, and I was, and I didn't know anything. Well, I knew what I was hearing, but I hadn't saw anything until this video posted. Y'all, this video leaves no question for anything as to what occurred. None. There is no way. There's no way you don't look at this situation and say the system is severely corrupt. I don't care that all of these people recuse themselves. I understand that that's the law and they have to. But this last one, he wasn't going to recuse himself until the mother discovered the family connection. Really? Really? Come on, y'all. She's up here struggling with the death of her son. Her son was murdered because he went out to exercise. But that's not what she gets to deal with. She has to prove that this judge, who is saying that he doesn't see where they did anything wrong, right? He doesn't see where they did anything wrong or should be charged with murder. She had to find the evidence that they had connections and let it and make them deal with it. Come on, y'all. This is crazy that the system, the justice system, is this corrupt. It is a shame that adults make decisions to take lives because they don't like the color of somebody else's skin. That's all this was. If he would have been a white man running, they would not have stopped him. And then on their own, look, and anybody that wants to argue or say, well, you don't know, look, just go read the police report of their statement. These two murderers were so confident in their connections that they actually thought it was okay to get in their car when they saw Mr. Arbery run past, jog, exercise, jog, not sprinting, jog past. They saw him, said to themselves, hey, that looks like the guy we saw on some surveillance videos. Grab guns. They grabbed guns, then got in the truck, followed him, shouted at him, stop, we need to talk to you. He continued to run. The truck stopped. He passes on the passenger side, and then the altercation happens. And there were not one, not two, but 3 shots fired. And these people just got arrested yesterday? Yeah, that's America, y'all. But I guarantee you, had this been a black-on-black crime or a black-on-white crime, it would not have went anything like this. You can say that's not true, and maybe you have some examples, but you cannot convince me that this was not racially based at all. No. What you saw was a black man running, jogging, and you just decided it looked like. So now all black folks look alike, right? So that's what they cited. That's a lie. That's a lie. But y'all, we forget being aware. You need to be active. This is ridiculous. And I'm going to tell you, I saw the interview with his mother and the attorney, where the mother, she said she had not saw the video, that people had seen it and told her what it contained, but she had not seen it, and that she didn't know if she would ever be able to watch it. Y'all, I'm a mom. That part's not about color. But it's tough for those of us moms with sons or daughters with a little melanin or a lot of melanin, and we don't know if they can go out and go for a run. Do you know how many times Jonathan has ran all the years he played football by himself? Do you know how many times, and Javier is the lighter of the crew, but do you know how many times Javier has went for a run? Bryson went for a run. And they don't always run together. Sometimes you like to run by. There's a lot of people that love to just run by themselves. Look, I can see we have to tell our children, right? With everything that goes on. Look, Trayvon did not start me educating my children about race. It did not start educating my children about the trouble that they were in America simply because how they look, right? Or how they sound or where they're at. So I have always taught my kids that, always. So it wasn't nothing new to them, but to see that now I can't just tell my kids, look, if somebody tells you to stop, they say they're the police, just stop. Put your hands up. Make sure you don't say nothing. Don't do nothing. Go live and just sit there with your hands like you don't see or do nothing. If they hold your hands up and just hold them up open like this here, like you is in church if you walking. Do you understand me? This is what I tell mine. Period. I've always told mine. You get stopped by the police. You get stopped by the police, you hit your phone. Record. You know, I ain't know about that live and stuff way back when cell phones first started, but Summer had a cell phone at 16 years old. Because I think Summer and Jonathan were maybe 8 and 9, and we were here in Florida driving on Racetrack Road, and 2 white men in a big truck ran us off the road. They got out, they were hitting the car, saying all kind of obscenities and things. My kids were in the back seat crying. I was on the phone with 911 saying to them, somebody get here, they're gonna kill us. It happens. I've walked in restaurants in Virginia where white people were coming out and they used the N-word towards me and my kids. Do you understand? I understand. But the thing is, we shouldn't have to. We should not have to. You get to talk to your kids about hunting safety. We have to talk to our kids about jogging in the neighborhood. It is not the same. And you cannot understand it. I don't care how hard you try. You won't understand. You can only understand oppression if you've been oppressed. You can only understand racism if you have had racist actions towards you. We have to do better, all of us, all of us. We can't sit and say, oh, the white, we want all the majority of Americans, right, to stand up and stand with us and say we shouldn't be doing this and that he shouldn't have got shot. This is what we say we want, but we won't even stand together. And I say we, because first of all, I'm not 100% Caucasian. I'm not African American, but I'm not all white. But secondly, my sons, my husband, I have been violated and told I was going to be broken by a white man as a child. And my mother sat there and watched it. He said, I will break you and make you cry. He lied. I will never cry for that cracker. But you know, he was in the KKK and stuff. So I had to watch stuff like Mississippi Burning as punishment. So when I say I understand, just because I wasn't black, my minority, what makes me, the composition of me, isn't actually African American, I understand what it's like to be hated because you're not white. And it is not easy. It causes you to see yourself in a way that allows you to be treated and to be okay with certain behaviors from yourself and others. Y'all, this young man left his home to go for a run, a jog, a run, whatever. He was going around he went walking around the neighborhood. And he was killed, murdered. Even after he did more than I would have done. Because let me tell y'all something. If you pull in the middle of the road in front of me after I done tried to ignore you, baby, we throwing hands. This young man still tried to pass this truck on the passenger side and these two men. What else could he have done? What? You don't want us to be aggressive. You don't want us to be loud. You don't want us running around with hoodies on. You want us to, he went for a run in a neighborhood. And two white men took it upon themselves to grab their guns and pursue him. When he went around them on the passenger side of the vehicle. Now, mind you, one man was in the bed of the truck. The other man was standing in the driver door. He passed on the passenger side of the truck, and still he ended up dead. And do not say anything to me about where he punched the white man with the rifle, because let me tell you something, 2 shots had already been fired before he struck him. This is insanity. This is murder. This is injustice. And the truth is, there's not a murder out there that occurs that makes sense. Why? But let me tell you something. When the murder is the other way, it sure gets a lot more attention. And it also gets a whole lot of confusion, right? But let me tell y'all what these people in Glenn County, Brunswick, expected to happen. Now I understand about the first two, the DAs that recused themselves because this man was an investigator and a police officer, which means he was a snitch. If y'all remember my story, anyway, we didn't get into that, but these had to recuse themselves, and that takes time. But there was not one charge filed, not one, till yesterday. Now you tell me how since February 23rd until yesterday, which was May, what was yesterday, y'all? May the 7th, no charges, no charges. No investigation. Did anybody hear about investigation? I don't know about it. Oh, okay. Because most of y'all didn't even know about this till Monday. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm tired of y'all about. How y'all ain't know about this till Monday when the video come out? But you all want to jump on the wagon now? No. We have to be aware of what is going on at all times. What are you, distracted by COVID-19? What are you distracted because Trump is up here and people are saying he wants people to put disinfectant? What are you distracted because you don't have unemployment is messed up? What are you distracted because come on, people. We cannot continue to sit and act like we don't see anything. As minorities, I don't care if you're Latina, Hispanic, African, I do not care, right? Because all of them mixing together is what made all them little islands and stuff. So let's just go on. But anyway, look, we all have to be aware. We cannot be so caught up in the penny. Do you hear me? In a penny, because we chasing paper, or we chasing clout, or we chasing whatever. That we don't know what's going on because our children are going to have to live in the environment if we continue to ignore it. We cannot fight and get angry. Let me tell you something. That young man's mother is the epitome of strength. Y'all, in her interview, she was so stoic and strong. She did not raise her voice. She did not have a tone in her voice. She was just as together as, child, I wouldn't have been that together. I'd have dropped so many F-bombs in that interview and MFers, they wouldn't even been able to post it on TV because I'd have told them about mine. But this woman, she was amazingly strong. That tells you the type of man he was because of who raised him. We cannot continue to be distracted. We cannot continue to not see what is going on for our children. And I don't care. Let me tell you something. Even if you are a majority, right? You still part of the solution. You got to teach your children not to be bigots. Do you understand? You got to teach your children. They're not better than nobody. I don't care how much money or what color, none of that decides a person. Their shade, the color that God created them, is merely color and love, right? It's not bad. Color is beautiful. We all want it if we ain't got it. Just saying. That's the truth, right? Period. But this young man, and we have to be more accountable to each other. You can't, it's almost like we expect, you cannot expect, not we expect, you cannot expect for someone to care more about you, your children, and your life and your household than you do. Ever. Do you hear me? You can never expect that anything or anyone is making you a priority if you're not doing it yourself. What that means is each one of us are responsible for our children. I often wonder, when I was in high school here in Bradford County, right, at Stark, we had racial riots on a regular basis. Do you understand me? I mean, those Caucasian boys would get in their trucks and they would have chains and talk about they do this and hang this and do that. And all y'all, anybody went to school, Bradford in the 90s, you know I ain't lying. It was terrible. I often wonder if those people, male and female, that were racist then, right? One, have they had any exposure so now they're no longer racist? And two, are they raising their kids to be like them? Because I'm going to tell you something. All mine's black and proud around here. Run up on them if you want to. It will not, they just, I have taught mine to defend themselves and protect themselves. That may not be right, and that may not be the answer to everything, but they gonna die anyway, right? So, hey, they can get away from them, maybe they'll be all right. Now, if it's the police or something, that's different. My children have been taught to respect any person in authority. They are to respect the position, right? However, if they are mistreated in any way, they've also been taught to handle that accordingly. And that don't mean they're gonna get killed. They're gonna handle it, they're gonna respect the entire process. And then they're gonna come home. And we are going to pursue that in any way. But I pray for my kids all the time. All of our children, none of our children are white. They're Dominican, and they're Spanish, and they're Indian, Native American, and they're black, and they're white. And Jonah and Larice are Asian, right? Filipino. So look, we got some of everything around here. I wouldn't have it any other way. We are blessed, but that also means that we have to realize the world we live in. It is what it is. And unless the majority changes, and by majority, I mean those that white people, and I also mean those in the on the minority side of things who are causing part of the problem, right? Everybody that gets arrested, everybody that gets in trouble, it isn't always the other people's fault. You with me? But the thing is, we all have to work together so that the entire narrative, look, this narrative has been the narrative long enough. What happened on February 23rd has been the narrative long enough. And if that only happened one time, if that only happened one time, if February 23rd was the only injustice, it's one injustice too many. Summer's great-grandmother was a slave. Their last name is McGee because they took the slave owner's name there in Mississippi. Summer's great grandma, you understand? Not that far back, not that far removed. Summer's 23, will be 23 in August. Julian's grandfather was African in the Dominican Republic. Y'all, I have lived in the hood my whole life, right? Anybody know me? Even when I was in Virginia, as an adult raising my kids, I always was in the hood. I'm just comfortable there. So I don't mind it. I love it. That's my people. So that's That's why I raised them. Y'all been around my kids. They don't necessarily behave like their mom, right? It's facts. But the truth is, it's all about how I raised them, what I taught them, not where I was. And we have to start right now, if you haven't already, teaching our children who they are, to love themselves and others. Let me tell you something. If your child thinks that, oh, let me just give you an example. Okay, we're back in Stark where we live right now, right? Javier came here his 10th grade year. So Javier's graduating next week, right? There's no graduation, but that's when he's graduating. So he's graduating this year. So we're in 2000. So we're talking about, we're in, Jesus, what I just said, 22,000. Jesus, we're in 2020. So I'm 2017 when Javier came here, right? He plays football. Everybody knows Javier plays football. But anyway, he plays football. Well, a friend of his, they were at practice, right? And the friend told Javier, hey, man, my dad's coming. He'll give you a ride home. You don't have to call your mom. You know, that happens all the time. Like, all the time. Like, with football and kids, they just get it. So anyway, the guy asked Javier where he lived. Javier told him. The man told Javier he could not come to our neighborhood because it was not safe. It was a white man, I'm just saying. It was a white man, and you know, they wouldn't bring Javier home because of where we live. Y'all, we live in Reno. What the? Y'all, let me tell y'all something. Let me just give y'all an idea. The projects here is only 2 floors. I'm just saying. So, and it's just a front and a back. That's the projects, you understand? And hey, I ain't saying nobody around here no pushover, but it just ain't that many people to be like what I've seen in Chicago, New York, Virginia, Atlanta. It just is not that environment here, right? It just isn't that many people. And most of these people that are here have been here forever. Some of y'all know, you know, like Buckingham, Ashley, Sarah. But the thing is that was just 2017, y'all. So it's real. Racism is real. Y'all, them white people scared. But that's just a lie. That's just a cover up. Why are you scared? Have you ever been over here? Do you want to come sit in my house? You want to come sit in my yard? Well, y'all know I don't do that with it. But I don't know. But y'all know I don't do a lot of people. But do you want? I mean, what do you need to feel comfortable over here? That's crazy. But you want Julian and I to go to your house. Baby boo. I be sounding like Cookie Line. Boo boo kitty. Y'all, this is the most foolish thing I've ever. But that's real. That's what's going on right now. So for all of you who think it's not real or think it's not relevant anymore, it very much is. I have a niece that my niece got in trouble because she liked a little black boy. And no, I'm not talking about Leslie and them children. Are you kidding me? Why? This is the type of stuff that goes on here right now, today. So you think what happened in Brunswick is a lie or didn't occur? Come on now. This is real. This isn't 50 years ago. Javier couldn't get rides home. Except for the people from the neighborhood where we live. But I'm talking about none of his little white friends. And Javier's has a lot of, but none of my children is picky based off color. My children is picky based off characteristics. Okay. So, and that's how I raised them to be. They are better than the way some people behave. So anyway, but they won't bring Javier home. Like, that's crazy. None of Javier's Caucasian friends have ever even came to our house. And I know he must invite them because his other friends come. Y'all see how I did that? I called them Caucasian and then said his other friends. Yeah, I know what I said. I meant it like that too. If you didn't get it, listen back. You'll figure it out. But that's just the truth of things. It is very real. So we're going to talk about that some more. Is this case progresses now that they've made some charges and they denied them bail? We'll see what happens with what's going on in Brunswick. But as far as Steve Harvey, saying look at him like I don't want them to look at me or my sons like a polar bear or like a bald eagle or like a snow leopard. I want them to look at my sons like human beings. I want them to look at my husband like a human being. I want them to look at myself and my daughters like they're human beings. No, everybody's not going to stop seeing color. But if I hear one more person say, that's how they was raised, holy cow. If you are 13, 14 years old, you ain't got to be a bigot. The choice is yours. You do not have to be scared of people that don't look like you. You don't have to be scared of people that don't have the things that you have. It doesn't mean something is wrong with them. Get to know somebody. That also don't mean you take crap off nobody. Stand your ground. Stand for your, not, stand up for yourself. You know, they teach this whole, if you see somebody being bullied, say so. If you see somebody being a bigot or a racist, snitch on them. Please tell on them. If you see somebody being racist or bigoted, tell on them. If you a child. If you grown, ask them what the problem. I know y'all think I'm crazy, but anybody know me know I ask. I be quick to ask people what they think. What do they? Because look, I have a diverse collection of friends and acquaintances. Diverse and family too. Period. I'm diverse. So now I do have a little more in some categories than the other, but whatever. I have a diverse group of friends. I have a diverse group of financial friends. I have a diverse group of ethnic friends. And I have a diverse group of, well, I guess it's only male or female, but of sexual, different sex friends. It's only a boy or girl, but whatever. Anyway, Y'all, we have to do better. We have to teach our kids better. Y'all have to, I don't know what we're going to teach them, but this is ridiculous. It is sad. It is hurtful. It's disgusting. It's ridiculous. It's hatred. It is so many things that are not good adjectives. We have to do better. We have to wake up. We have to be aware. We have to not be distracted, because in distractions is when you're taken out. You know, sharks circle you before they attack you, right? Alligators lay on the bottom and watch you before they attack you, right? So why do you think they do that? So you don't know where they're coming from. We have to wake up. We have to be aware of what's going on around us. We have to be aware of not just our rights, right? Because just like everyone was talking about their rights to go out of the house, not to have to stay in the house, right? Their constitutional rights under the COVID-19. That kid that young man had a constitutional right to be able to run down that road and not get killed. So let's talk about his constitutional right. Because you wanted your constitutional right so you can run out there and maybe infect somebody and somebody might die, right? Because you could be part of that chain of contact, right? But you're not hollering about his constitutional rights to run down the road. And I don't care. Look, if he'd have been running down the road with a TV, they did not have the rights to do what they did. Period. He had done nothing wrong. But even if they were wrong, they murdered him. So anyway, I'm gonna talk to y'all. I'm going, y'all know. So I'm gonna talk to y'all. Y'all see my new bra? Y'all see? Y'all know they usually be sagging. Look at y'all see how look. You see it? Look, I'm slouching and they still. This is 100% wire free. There is not a wire in this bra on the sides, underneath, anywhere. There's no wire in this bra. It is 100% wire free. If you're interested, I'm a 44F, right? Is my bra size. But I got these from a Lane Bryant, the Cachic. I might be saying that wrong because I don't know what they call their stuff either. But anyway, that's who this bra. It is the t-shirt bra, and it is 100% wire free. I'm loving it, right? Because I can't wear wire bras anymore. I have larger breasts, but I can't wear wire bras anymore because of my rheumatoid arthritis. The wire gets in my ribs on the sides and underneath, and it causes more inflammation in the space between my ribs and that tissue, that muscle area. So, yeah, but 100% wire free. I'm in love, y'all. And I've had it on since 10 o'clock this morning. Shut up. Y'all, I'm so happy. My girls is happy. Julian's girls are happy because look, they've been sagging for a while. As I was just wearing them Walmart sports bras, right? Because I just couldn't find a bra I liked. So, and then I lost a lot of weight and I thought my boobs shrunk, but y'all, they didn't. Everything got smaller. I'm still a 44F. Y'all, I have been an F cup since I don't even know. It's been a long, long time. Probably since 96, 97. Yeah, probably 97 after I had Summer. I never lost my boobs and they never went away. Now, I was a double D before that, but I'm an F. It's ridiculous. Let's see. That's pretty much all that's going on. Did y'all do your, is it clean or is it dirty today? Is it clean? Is it dirty? Y'all, Walmart was slam packed. I don't know. I can't go in there. There's too many people in the parking lot. That's what I do, y'all. If y'all ever see me driving through a parking lot around town, that's what I'm doing. I drive through the parking lot to gauge the capacity inside the store to decide if I can chance going in there. But look, y'all, I be tired. I got to be careful where I go, but I got stuff to do. I got a beard to wax, got a haircut to get. Hey, it's what it is, right? You got to do what you got to do. Put a mask on and go on. Make sure you're taking your mask off, right, guys? Make sure you're not cross-contaminating because you don't want to put the germs everywhere that you're trying to protect yourself and your family from. To all my, I don't want to say essential personnel, but all my medical people out there that's working through this. Y'all getting the job done. Some of y'all I'm proud to say I have served along with and have worked with as a civilian. Y'all getting it done. It looks good out there. But y'all stay safe, you know. I'm keeping you in my prayers and my thoughts that you're gonna be all right and God gonna keep y'all and your family. We actually had a very dear friend of ours, father actually passed away from COVID-19 in April. So yeah, you know, it's bad. It attacks close to where you are. Things are kind of heavy and whatever, but it is what it is, you know. And we're so sorry for them. And, you know, this is a bad time. Our family, I lost someone on Bull's side and someone on Gert's side this week, actually on the same day. And, you know, that's it's hard. And then with the coronavirus like it is, you can't even have a regular like homegoing service, or, you know, the family can't even get together and comfort each other right now. So I guess they could, but, you know, they're not. For the most part, most people aren't. And, you know, it's one thing about it, when you lose someone you love or someone you're close with, it changes you. Every loss changes you, just like every gain changes you. So, you know, let's just remember that, you know, and make sure that we are just being grateful, right? You have to be grateful for where you're at and what you have, because I promise there's somebody that would be happy to be where you are with your problem. But listen, I want y'all to respect each other. We got to get back to a place of respect. All right. Good night, y'all.